Yay! What's up, Dallas Cowboy Nation? It's your boy G from Jersey here with the Quest for Six podcast. Quiet weekend, folks. Quiet weekend on the NFL front. Nothing groundbreaking or breaking news Dallas Cowboys related. We had an opportunity to let the moves that the Dallas Cowboys front office made last week sink in, analyze, and I like the feedback, man. I like how we were able to analyze, reflect, and there's a different sense coming off of the moves that we made last weekend. I'm talking about in a whole as a Dallas Cowboys fan base, all right? A lot of people were upset last week that we didn't get the big name. We didn't make the big splash via free agency or via trade in that first round of free agency. Max Crosby, we weren't able to land. Trey Hendrickson, a couple of other linebackers, we weren't able to allure via free agency, and a lot of people were frustrated for over the first 5 days of free agency. But after analyzing the contracts, after analyzing the players that we received, I think that we are now starting to see how Coach Parker, Jerry Jones, Coach Schottenheimer are starting to put that defense together. All right. They have a plan. They obviously have a plan and they are executing it. We might not like the pace that they're executing it in, but they're doing it how they want to do it nonetheless. I mentioned that last week. Jerry Jones, Coach Schottenheimer, have 100% confidence in Coach Parker. At least they're giving him the opportunity to build the defense how he wants to build that defense. But I have a question for you guys today, folks. My question for you guys today is, are we focusing so much on the defense? And rightfully so. But are we focusing so much on the defense that we are neglecting the offensive side of the football via free agency? Okay, listen, last year, the Dallas Cowboys offense, the pass game, the running game was refreshing. Okay, we found a gem via free agency. Javonte Williams went out there over 1,000 yards on the ground. We applauded him all year for his efforts in pass protection as well. But coming off of an injury and kind of never getting the full opportunity in Denver due to that injury, Javonte Williams came in last year and established himself as RB1 for our Dallas Cowboys, all right? But behind Javonte Williams on the Dallas Cowboys depth chart and the running back position, we were kind of wondering when the heck Jadon Blue was ever going to show up. He wasn't suited up for many games last year, all right? We had Miles Sanders fill in for him. Malik Davis filled in for him for a bunch of games, okay? But Jadon Blue, for the majority of the season, was inactive for our Dallas Cowboys. And we got to see him the last game of the year against the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium. We got to see the potential of Jadon Blue. And perhaps it took him, 15 weeks, 16 weeks to figure it out. But we saw the potential in Jadon Blue. But folks, I asked the question, are we neglecting the offensive side of the football via free agency? Okay. We franchise tag George Pickens. Okay. CeeDee Lamb at the top of the wide receiver totem pole in Dallas Cowboys country. George Pickens, Ryan Flanoy showed flashes. We have a lot of hope for Ryan Flanoy. But I asked a question earlier this year on Twitter. I said, would the Dallas Cowboys upgrade the wide receiver room if they brought on somebody like a Deebo Samuel? Now, I know we don't want Deebo to take reps away from Ryan Flanoy. We like what we've seen in Ryan Flanoy, his potential. But would Deebo Samuel be somebody that if you put him in the slot next to George Pickens, next to a CeeDee Lamb, would Deebo Samuels be somebody that is a more dynamic football player than a Cavante Turpin? at this point in his career. Okay. In the running back department via free agency, we have some big name free agents still available that can potentially be signed for cheap, 1 year proven deals to help the Dallas Cowboys depth wise. Okay. Najee Harris, coming off of injury with the Chargers, is a free agent. Okay. Khalil Herbert, a little scat back, speed. Speed is what we need in the backfield. Okay. Brian Robertson, familiar with the NFC East, was traded from the Commanders to the 49ers before the season last year. Brian Robinson is somebody that knows how to run the football, has never really been given a 100% shot behind some really bad offensive lines in Washington. But Brian Robertson, can he come in and help? And somebody that was floated around last year as a trade candidate for the last 2 years, former Houston Texan running back Damian Pierce. Now, we know we have RB1, Javonte Williams, but behind him, I would caution the Dallas Cowboys to go bring in one of those free agent running backs that I just now mentioned, like you did last year with Miles Sanders, and pair them up with Javonte Williams. And it doesn't hurt you from drafting one, folks, okay? In the tight end department, listen, Jake Ferguson, we know he is a receiving tight end, okay? Brevin Spanford, we love what you do for us in the blocking game. But a veteran like a John O. Smith, Darren Waller, can they come in here and add to the tight end room? 1 year proof of deal, guys. I'm not asking for 2 to 5 year contracts. 1 year proof of deals. But the biggest need on the offensive side of the football via free agency that we have to address. You have some solid veteran offensive tackles that are free agents right now. And I'm asking Jerry Jones and Coach Schottenheimer to bring in one of these free agents, 1 to 2 year proven deals, and put the pressure on Tyler Guyton, put the pressure on Terrence Steele, okay? Jonah Williams, Taylor Deckard, Cam Robinson, those guys, 1 year, 2 year proven deals, bring them in, bring them to camp, and have those guys compete for a starting offensive tackle spot with the Dallas Cowboys. Folks, this has been G from Jersey. We'll see you later on this week with more info as it rolls in, okay? Go Cowboys.